Welcome to Evergreen Speedway's Hometrack Heroes on Seattle 11.
Well, thank you very much, big voice guy. PUROCLEAN of SNOHOMISH Night here at the track. Glad to have you with us here on Hometrack Heroes on Seattle 11. I am Caleb Hart. He is Ben Iman. Ben, we got a wild show for you today. Boat racing coming up later on in the program, but we're starting with bump to pass. How about that?
Yeah, you know what? It's a big field of bump to pass cars tonight, and they're going to be running around this boot course with a little bit of a change that we normally are used to seeing with the Hornet class. And, you know, we're going to have a little bit of destruction, a little bit of racing, overall a good night.
It'll be a wide variety of stuff. So settle in, crack a beer, and get ready to go. As here's our field for Northwest Bump to Pass. The 5, that's Mike Caudell. Jacob Funk is in the 8 out of Mill Creek. We call him Captain Chaos. The 11 is Sheridan Vincent out of Darrington. That's a yellow and purple car. Rick Yargis has got the 17X, the orange wagon out of Stanwood. Thomas Egger is a blue and red car out of Spokane. Kyle Desha, 42 out of Auburn, also a blue-looking car. Chevy Vincent's got a purple 45 out of Darrington. We call it the Barbie Dream car. Should be fun. And then Chunky is the blue 50. Yeah, you'll know it. You can see it.
You will be able to see it. Ralph Huther's in the 3 machine out of Darrington, and he'll start along. Then did you mention Brian Roundtree?
You're up to the black and red car.
Oh, there we go. Ted Hutt in the 69 is out of Squim. We better know him as Psycho. Then we got Jeff Hutt in the 90 out of Squim as well, and he's in the Sharky Mobile. Kylie Timlick's in the 159 out of Auburn. That car's also going to be pink out there. Then James Whitney's in a gray and red machine out of Monroe. Landon Timlick's in a more patriotic-looking car out of Auburn. Kevin Robinson's in the black and pink 481, the other best known as Wild Thing. It's that car up in front that Huther's chasing down in. And then Victoria Ray's in the 751 out of Stanwood.
All right, there are your competitors. Green is out, and we are underway here in this very interesting course for the bump to pass. Don't usually see them doing anything other than hanging out on the 5th mile as Huther will spin it out.
Yep, and you can see the flag man JD throwing that blue and yellow. That means please bump. And Huther's the guy who broke our stand.
Oh, how dare he?
Oh, it's all right. It's, all's fair in love and carnage. So we'll go on board Chevy Vincent driving the pink Barbie Dream car. And Chevy's already picked up a win this year in Superstock Figure 8 competition. We'll see if he can carry that over some to bump to pass. A big chunk of the Vincent family running tonight. His dad Sheridan running as well. I've heard rumblings that his sister might hop in a car.
What?
Yep. So the Vincent family all going bumping to racing. And that car is, we just saw a car come across the start-finish line, and right off looks like something wrong with that machine.
Quite the bump from Chevy Vincent on the right-hand side of your screen. Vincent on the right. Big thank you to Brandy Hood Promotions and her team for the in-car camera looks. It'll be a interesting look tonight because your bump passes have that big metal grate up the front of them. They don't run a windshield. They run, well, a rock deflector essentially up in there. So it'll make the look a little different, but hey, we'll get after it. Why not? It'll be fun.
Yeah, your leader right now, Captain Chaos, Jacob Funk, is only going for pit maneuvers, it appears, in that 8 machine, and we know what Captain Chaos is possible and capable of when he's out here. And we got cars all around. That one is spun around. I believe that one might be Victoria Ray spun around, and there's Captain Chaos, Jacob Funk. If this would be I think this would be his first career main event victory. That's not true. I think he's won a mini bump to race. So first in this division, if he can come home.
And first in a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Captain Chaos, we love Jacob Funk. We're waiting for the T-shirt, by the way, which we're supposed to be getting T-shirts. Come on, Jacob. Chop, chop. Help us out.
Yeah, problems for Kyle Deshay. He was pushed up onto the 3-8 oval, had to come back down. He's going to lose spots to Chevy Vincent and more cars, and it's kind of hard to maintain position when you're eventually just going to get hit by someone, and so.
Well, we should give them a review of the rules since we don't run bump to pass all that often. You don't have to cream them, you don't have to clobber them, but you do need to make contact to get to pass. The first lap is everybody kind of supposed to settle out, and then you saw JD waving the blue and yellow. That is the signal that in order to get around, you must make contact, like Chevy just did on the right-hand side of your screen, and thusly you can continue going forward. But that's the rule. To make a legal pass, you gotta tag them at least once.
Yeah, it can just be a little light door tap. It can be a shot to the back like that. It's got to be something a little bit. Although we did just see 2 pit maneuvers in turn 1, and that's Rick Yargis. The 17X is currently we lost Captain Chaos in there. I don't know where he went. Sorry, Jacob. And then fighting with Yeah, oh, no, problems for Chevy in the Barbie Dream car, and well, he's just going to go park up there in the 5/8 access road, and that's a tough break for Chevy.
All right, so Yargis leads in the family wagon currently. You know, good for bumped passing, good for grabbing groceries, whatever you need, right?
Absolutely.
You can fit a lot of grocery outlet groceries in the family wagon.
Oh, I believe that is. Oh, Deshay is going to be pushed up into the dirt. Is that a sprint wing on the back of Rick Yargis' machine, Caleb? Or is that like a micro sprint wing? We'll have to get a better look at it.
Yeah, I'll take a second peek. We'll see in a minute.
They're getting into Deshay, and they tag Whitney around here in this little chicane portion of this course. And you know, I was gonna mention Ralph Huther's car. We're on board with him. His car and the car that Sheridan Vincent is running tonight, the 11, look way too nice to be bumped pass cars.
Well, we can change that. We've got 13 more laps to mess them cars up and make them look less than pretty.
Okay, here's Yargis. Oh,
All right.
And we cut away from it.
Ah, it's fine.
Oh,
There's
watch out,
Vincent.
Sharky.
Oh, Vincent puts Jeff Hutt right into the Uke tires with no prejudice whatsoever.
Yeah, no regard for human life, Caleb, as Sharky is now stuck up on land.
It was the Mortal Kombat finish him.
Exactly. Well, Chunky's getting hit pretty hard, and Vincent makes contact with Yargis. He could go for the lead, and Chunky's going to kind of squeeze them up the track.
Careful.
Oh, into Yargis.
They're about to get into Don Fairley's beautiful manicured
They're
grass.
hooked together, I think, Caleb.
Oh, got through. Look at that. Yargis swimming for his life, and that gives the lead to Sheridan.
The wing did not give him any advantage.
No, not whatsoever. I think that's a little baby wing.
Oh, okay. Oh, Huth is around.
That might be the kind of thing that you see like certain import needs. It might be one of those kind of ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if he stole it off a Super Sprinto Pinto, the car we've seen out here previously.
You know, so long as it came off like a Nissan or something like that, I'm fine.
All right, we'll take that. So Huther is kicking up a lot of smoke, but leading right now, and then Sheridan Vincent, the 11. Kyle Deshay has reclaimed his way back up to third.
Oh, Yargis not done, baby.
Yeah.
Yargis is on the move.
Wow,
the wagon is seeking vengeance.
Well, the wagon.
We could call him Ghost Rider.
Yes, we could. The wagon seems quite quick out here in this course. I don't know what Yargis has on board with that machine. I don't think it was built that fast, but here we go. Yargis.
I bet you they LS swapped it.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
LS swapped the world, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bump the pass cars and wagons included.
Absolutely. Why not, right? Why not? So so this is what I'm talking about. Vince Sheridan, this car's way too nice. What are we doing?
That looks like a street stock.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Without the late model body on it, the way a street stock should look.
Yeah, Sheridan just built like the nicest looking, bump to pass car. And they're bringing it out here, kind of giving a good test day with Sheridan driving. He'll be in the boat race. We'll be running a different car later. Well, that's a great shot.
Nice. I don't know who that was nudged up against there, but
is that our friend the captain?
Was it?
I don't know. That looked like it could have been his car. Yeah.
Well, I think that's Jeff Hutt who's about to get love tapped and moved around.
Yeah, that car moved away.
Bye-bye.
Sheridan. Oh, the Chunky is kicking out a lot of smoke, and Sheridan. You didn't have to, but I appreciate that you did.
Chunky, the better soup, the not better Northwest figure eight driver.
I did ask if that car came with Sean McVay inside.
I should have.
They should have. Well, we got 8 to go now, and you can see carnage everywhere. Oh, Yargis! Oh no, that's not Yargis. That's
it's another
Ray.
wagon.
That's Ray.
Who else brought a wagon?
Oh, we got a wheel, or we got a tire. We lost a tire. I think that is Victoria Ray.
Victoria Ray.
It is.
Oh, God bless the wagons. I love them.
Oh my goodness, we're going on board Ricky Yargis, and you can really see how hard this car is motoring around this course.
Oh, look at that. All right, Yargis with the LS power.
Is that car legal in Hornet competition? Because it looks like it could hang.
There is a wheelbase rule maximum in Hornet competition, but I think we should make an exception.
I would say, or can we just shave it down?
Could?
Yeah.
Well, we can shave the wheelbase down, but we need to leave the back.
Okay.
Right? We need to leave the wagon. Yeah, exactly. We'll just we'll put it in a compactor, right?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Yargis.
Yeah.
I like Rick. I know Rick. Rick's a parts guy who comes in for me in my regular day job most of the time, and he is just one of my favorite individuals. He's got a great attitude about him, and very much, he came from bump to pass ranks to move up into the super stock figure eights, and I don't know. I just like his mindset. He's out to have a good time at the races. Yeah, he certainly does.
Rick the Senator Yargis, thank you very much.
Oh,
that's according to that one. We coined to that one with a little help of Sheridan Vincent and Rick Jones at a banquet a couple years ago. So
interesting.
Yep. So Sheridan Vincent now trying to get on the back of one of the pink cars. I believe that's Kylie Timlick that Sheridan's trying to run down. And Sheridan doesn't care where you are in position. He's going to hit you.
That's the rules, right? He is a rule-following individual, and frankly, Kylie is driving that thing wide enough that it's hard not to hit her.
Oh, Yargis is going to get into Landon Timlick. That was more of a casual move, and now
bad lap for the Timlicks.
Yeah, but Yargis is now running down Sheridan Vincent. He's a couple of friends.
Look at him.
Oh,
look
Sheridan's not done.
He hunted Timlick down up in the outside groove and turned her around with 4 laps to go. Sheridan, you are doing God's work out there, sir. You are spinning race cars, and I appreciate it.
Well, Yargis is not done. He wants the win. He's going to try to run down Sheridan Vincent if he can. It's a bit of a gap between these two, but I think he will get there at this rate. If especially if Sheridan gets caught up by another car, he's sliding it into the turn. Yargis clearly has the foot in deep, not worried about tire conservation. He's not worried about any of that. He's going.
He's throwing that thing into the corners, and it's darn near hiking the tires coming off.
Sheridan, that car's not even at pace.
He went down. He went up to the top shelf where the expensive liquor lives to go out and turn that one around.
Oh, my poor Victoria Ray, missing a tire. Clearly just trying to stay on the track, and Sheridan takes no prisoners.
Look how clean the build is on the inside of the Vincent car. Yeah, that's a street stock. My goodness.
Yeah, it's a nice-looking street stock that is bumped and passing. Sheridan in his star-spangled helmet looks great, and this car is just. If I gave a best appearing, I feel like this car would be illegal.
I think that car would win hands down. All the judges, 10 out of 10, would vote best appearing again.
100%.
I'd like to appreciate both him and Yargis for wearing their driver gloves, by the way, as did Chevy.
Yeah, I know.
In-car view. Thank you, guys. Praise where praise is deserved.
Yeah.
As, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. We're only a couple of laps to go, and this could be a fairly easy Vincent win.
I like the little fan that's strapped in Sheridan's car. Like, does that have the power to get to his
when
helmet?
we say that this is a street stock, like, you take a look at it, it doesn't have the metal grade in front of it. It actually has the racing windshield on there, so there's no airflow coming through. How do you do that? Plumb in an electric fan and blow it right at your face.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. As the white flag is out, I got a Timlick, we got Wild Thing up there, and Kyle Deshay that Sheridan's going to have in front of him. Does Yargis have any last-ditch effort? He's closed up a little bit, but I think Sheridan's just going to kind of easily navigate this one. As Landon Timlick's just going to get a little bit of a bump, or Sheridan's just going to continue to drive through the back of him.
Rick tried. Give it to him. He closed that gap.
Yeah,
but,
he did.
Yeah, this one is going to be Sheridan Vincent taking the checkered flag. Congratulations to him. Yargis will get second. Good run for Yargis. It was all kind of decided in that one corner, right?
Yeah, it really was decided in just one corner.
Sheridan's still spinning it out afterward.
Kyle Deshay is going to come home in third, and so, this was just kind of a little bit of some of the different things you see out here at the Super Speedway of the West. Caleb, we oftentimes see our circle track classes, our figure 8 classes, but sometimes we like to just kind of maybe kick the feet back and have just a little bit of carnage.
All those full-size cars, we couldn't have put them on the 5th mile. That would have been way too compact. There wouldn't have gotten the quality of racing that we got there. I did see, I remember back in the day when I was a wee little Caleb, my first demo derby was here at Evergreen Speedway, and they actually put the full-size cars on the 3/8s and gave them one lap to run, and then the second lap it was game on and turn them around, and there was probably 40 of them that night. If you could imagine the destruction of the 3/8s. Problem is, we got to race the 3/8s, so can't exactly put them all the way down on there. So
no, we don't want
cleanup would be a nightmare.
Exactly, and I know who'd be doing that cleanup, and they've been at the track all day like everyone else. As Sheridan Vincent's going to pull it in and scare some photographers away like birds, and Vincent's going to burn it down. And I can't. Wow, this is a great one, Caleb.
Oh, look at that smoke. Give us a show, Sheridan Vincent, as he will take his very first Northwest Bump to Pass Figure 8 class win. We'll go down to the Angel Lynn's Casino Resort Winter Circle to talk to him.
So I haven't messed up your last name all night, so I'm going to apologize on that. Kyle Deshay, that was a fun race. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was crazy and hot.
So you still got one more to go. Boats. Is the car still good?
We'll put a new tire on it, and we'll see, hopefully, yeah.
Who else gets the 42 machine out here?
Let's see, my sponsors. I'm having a brain fart right now. Let's go Stack Design. Terry, thanks. Cosita Recycling. And let's go North Fork Truck.
Kyle Deshay, third place tonight, Northwest Bump to Pass. Rick, you always perform well during Memorial Day weekend, whether it be super stock figure 8s, whether it be bump to pass. You are just one of the best. What's your secret?
We put a lot of time in the shop. I got a lot of guys in my corner. We just replaced a rear end. We blew it up at 1:30 this afternoon. We yarded a rear end out, got parts, had it back in the car for the main event. I had to do my first lap right before the main event to see if the car would even work. So these guys over here, Bill Fleischacker, Sheridan Vincent, Tyler in his corner, all these guys that helped out, my wife for putting up with all my BS and all the hours in the shop. This is why we do it. Thank you.
Rick Yargis, 17X, second place tonight. I'm so used to 43, man. So you took Rick Yargis' car, cleanest looking bump to pass car out there, and that thing was a rocket ship. How much fun was that?
It was a blast, except the idle's turned up so high right now. If I let off the gas, it keeps going. So I was just trying to make it through. Kept looking back, and I seen Yargis coming. He's getting closer and closer. I'm like, great, this is gonna suck. But we were able to hold it off. That's a fast freaking car. Unfortunately, my daughter's car died right before the main event. We couldn't get it to run. Hers is the twin sister to Brooks' car, so it would have been pretty fast and been fun to race, but she'll be back out. We'll go get it fixed and come out tomorrow with it.
So boat races are also later on tonight. You gonna run that in the 11 machine?
Not in the 11. We're gonna change a different car, and we'll be in the 23.
All right, so you can double up tonight. Their winner, Sheridan Vincent.
We are working our way into Hometrack Heroes here on Seattle 11. Thanks for spending a Sunday afternoon with us. He's Ben Hyman, I'm Caleb Hart. It's the All-Ply Roofing Legends coming up next for their A main event, 3 times around the 3/8 mile. And your starting lineup looks like this. The former track champion on the pole, the 11C of Chad Sinner to his outside. It's the 55 of Bella Luce. Row number 2, Samantha Schwartz out of Mercer Island, Northern Environmental. And it is Ian Humphreys, the 53 out of Renton, in the Wicked Wraps machine.
10 cars, Chris Thompson out of Snohomish in the Weather Right Roofing car. Starting next to the 86 Joe Decker out of Duval, sponsored by Joe's Treat and Timber. Antonio Bianchi's in the 51A machine. He's out of Langley, British Columbia, in the Goodwin's Greenhouses car. Starting next to 68, Kaylee Decker out of Duval in the Clean Spot Car Wash machine.
5th row to the inside, Jeff Mueller, the 88 from Lake Stevens, Thermotech powder coating. And the outside of him, Danny Arnold's the 11 out of Puyallup, sponsored by Northern Environmental. Row behind them, the 20 of Damian Harris. He's from Lake Stevens, Flowmaster Gutter sponsor him. And Chris Belanca out of Parkland, the Stadium Thriftway, number 42.
20R is Andrew Reel, the driver out of Corbett, Oregon, in the Sharp Transportation machine. With next to the 1, Mike Holden out of Snohomish, sponsored by Weather Right Roofing. 19's Jaden Luce out of Issaquah in the Orca Bin Wash machine. Starting next to the 30B, Braden Weger out of Camano Island in the Dirt Cheap Sewer car.
Josh Vlock, the 76C, starts behind them out of Edmonds in Diamond Trucking School Inc. car. From Snohomish, the Lang Autosport 06, Steve Potasic to his outside. Final 4 starters. Adriana Camp back in the 9 car out of Monroe, sponsored by the Legal Umbrella. The 29 of Brian Grant from Maltby, sponsored by Unknown Tattoo. Mike Webb's 18 from Maple Ridge, BC. Mike's Quality Bodywork. And the 31 of Jeremy Allegre out of Arlington, as we are up and underway for green.
Yeah, Chad Sinner is going to get to the lead here, and then Samantha Shores is going to follow him down the inside as Bella Luce gets cycled out up top. And last time out, Caleb, I talked with Chad Sinner, and he took 2025 off, and now is out here running this year at the Super Speedway West, back in a Legend. I mean, he was still racing, but he was off racing dirt. He wasn't here racing the Legend, and he told me he feels a little rusty at times, feels like he's still got to get back in the saddle, and he said, man, these kids are fast.
Which Chad's no old man by any means.
No, not at all.
He's an adult with a family and such, but he is definitely still on the, what you would say, younger side as far as stock car racing goes. So, either way, good to see him out to the early lead.
It doesn't help him that the median age of the All-Play Roofing Legend class is 9.5.
Maybe times 2.
Yeah.
There goes Schwartz looking to the inside, and Chad got down to make the block. Car wiggled on him a little bit. There's the veteran experience coming in as he caught back up to it, stayed in it. Sinner, Schwartz, and Thompson, 1, 2, 3 here early.
Yeah, these cars going to settle. It's 30-lap beta event, and so drivers, you'll see kind of different strategies here, trying to make their way early, trying to pick them off one by one through the field. And we're looking at a couple of our fast qualifiers kind of in a row. Luce is in there, Jaden Luce edition. Belanca, Kyle Lang, not Kyle Lang, Braden Weger's out there. Sorry, it's on the 9 car, and Adriana's back in the 9 car today. It was Kyle last time out.
To the inside, Samantha making the move. To take the spot away from Sinner, and Samantha Schwartz into the top spot. Sinner tucks right in on her back bumper, tries to swing back to the outside. Looking for room to get by as Thompson just chilling in 3rd. Meanwhile, we're watching Bianchi and Moore, and look out. coming across the infield and off to a stop just outside the pit exit. That's your 51 car?
It's the 88 car.
88 car.
That's Jeff Mueller.
So Mueller, the Thermotech powder coating 88. You saw the ride he took, but we've got the benefit of having in-car from some of the cars in and around him.
Yeah, we'll take a look here on board Antonio Bianchi. And
held on, easy.
Yep, and here's Damian Harris, who gives Mueller a bump here in the middle of the turn, then some contact between Mueller, and nowhere for Harris to go, but kind of helped Mueller get around. Mueller was already spinning one in front of Harris in that one.
Finished him off real nice.
He did, though.
Yes.
A little tag team move.
So all chain reaction there, right? You saw it, the
Yep.
front bumper from Harris into the 88 of Thompson, and Thompson nowhere to go, and bye-bye.
Good job keeping it off the wall, though, for Jeff Mueller.
You know, that could have been way more destructive as it is. You might check one of those coil springs on the car and in and around. You might re-dyno the shocks, but other than that, no visible damage, so that could have been vastly, vastly worse. As we're going to double them back up. On the bottom, Samantha Shores. On the top, Chad Sinner, 2x2 here coming to the restart.
Some of the fast cars have already moved their way forward from qualifying. Andrew Reel, Jaden Luce, Chris Belenka, Braden Wager, Kaylee Decker, all kind of just hanging off, maybe about fifth and so back. So going to have to be kind of a big challenge. Chris Thompson's going to take them 3 wide. They're 4 wide further back in third, and somehow everyone made it through.
And it's Thompson taking the lead down the back straightaway. Center, wrong place, wrong time, kind of strung up out of that third groove. And now really have to scramble to get back, but it's Chris Thompson. It's the first time I remember Thompson leading laps in main event action.
Good for Chris getting out front, but he's got Schwartz and now Jaden Luce all over his back bumper, and this is going to get a little hairy and hectic as some of these cars are trying to make their way forward.
Bianchi's 51A and Sinner's 11 battling side by side for fourth, and is that Wager who's worked his way up to sixth already? What a run for him.
I believe so. Jaden Luce already up to third. Good to note, Chris Belenka, Andrew Reel just following the lines that Braden Wager's picking and opening up, which is a strategy of its own. And
right. Hey, youngster, you punch the hole. We'll follow through.
Exactly.
Not a bad way to be. To the inside, Schwartz working here on Thompson. And it's all for naught as we got 3, 4, 5, and 1.
That's the bottom of a race car.
That's a bad look. Red flag out.
Yeah, no doubt on that one. That's a lot of cars. And
so Vlock, Potasic,
Allegri, Harris.
Belarus.
Yes, Allegri, Harris, Camp. Looks like Humphreys.
Wow.
There's one more there. Brian Grant stopped up. Don't know if he was involved. Well, here we go. We'll get on board with Ian Humphreys here.
That's Humphreys.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, that was quite the ride. We're going to get a second look here. I'm trying to see where this contact was initiated. Looks like a little contact there, and wow.
Yeah, square off the right-hand side of that white car that's rolling through. And hey, it's pole vault edition, legend style.
Wow, that was quite the jump. For Josh Vlock.
Yeah, it was Vlock that got up and over. Okay,
now we're on board, but looking down at Ian Humphreys, and you can see how compact these cars are. Ian's not a small guy. He's probably about 6 foot tall, and so he's taking up all that seat. These are really, really tiny race cars. Here's Harris. That's Decker. It was Bella. Oh, well, that's Bella Luce, but it was the car in front of Bella that looks like Vlock got up. We're looking at Adriana Camp now. Into the back of Harris there, and now on board again with Bella.
This again was our. Whoa! Yep.
That was.
Well, wild wreck.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what. It's another one of those chain reaction ones. The second one we had out there, and
so tiny, so twitchy that it doesn't take much to go wrong on them to set off a chain reaction like that, especially when they're running nose to tail like that. So. It will be Chris Thompson leading us when we go back. Schwartz to the outside. Jaden Luce, Antonio Bianchi in row number 2. Sinner and Wager in row number 3. We'll go back to action.
And we are green. We've only put 8 laps down so far, Caleb, but hopefully we'll get a nice green flag run here. I know the drivers would tell you how much they prefer the nice green flag runs and not the choppy races.
I want to say it was Andrew Reel that they went vaulting off of there.
It's very
positioning-wise,
positioning-wise,
right.
That would make sense, I would say. And so, see if there's any maybe potentially defect to Andrew's car now from getting the car hopped off it.
Meanwhile, for the lead, big move by Schwartz, pushing Thompson up to the outside. And actually, no, not Schwartz. Luce.
Luce.
Yeah, Luce is the one who had gotten to the inside there. So Jaden Luce making the move, bringing Schwartz with him. And new race leader, Jaden Luce. Boy, what a pack in behind those two, as they are 3 wide coming through.
Whoa.
Real force in the issue, and you can see, I want to say one of the deckers, probably Kaylee, thinking, you know, discretion, the better part of valor, kind of backed out of it and said 3 wide, not for me here.
Yeah, Mike Holden got a big shot into the back of Bianchi. That's going to allow Real to roll through, and Bianchi was smart to get to that low lane, but now has been disrupted a couple of times last time by. And let's see, we look front loose and Schwartz and Sinner. Good run for Chad Sinner. Chris Balenka up to 4th. Andrew Real battling for 5th.
Chris, one of those drivers who's been here a lot, but is still trying to savor the taste of victory lane with 18 to go. He's got a really good run going to the inside here on the 11 of Sinner, as they'll go side by side down the back straightaway, and we'll get a caution.
Looks like Jeremy Allegri's around on his own there, Caleb, and stopped up on the front stretch.
Facing the wrong direction, but apparently damageless, at least for the time being. We do not have a second look at it, so let's get the field all reset and ready to go. You know, they're running really physical out there, Ben, and it's problematic here in this Legend division. As small as they are, as high-powered as they are, and it doesn't take much to get them sideways, they got to be really careful about where they're using that front bumper, right?
Yeah.
It
does not take a lot to disrupt the car from underneath you.
Exactly, and it's hard to catch back up to them, keep them straight, even some of the best, you know, when they get moved, when they get touched like that, they're going around, and they're usually taking somebody with them if it's close quarters. So.
Yeah, and you never know, because you might give them a little bit of a bumper, try to disrupt them, and end up disrupting yourself. That's how twitchy these cars are.
Yeah.
You may go for an aggressive forward move, and Andrew Real is one of the drivers who I think has some of the best control in the class of the twitchiness. You can see when he does come a little loose, which I'll be honest, doesn't happen super often. Nope. He's got that much craft underneath him, but he's really quick at catching it and very rarely ends up kind of losing to the twitch of the car.
It's one of those reasons that in this division particularly we say cautions breed cautions, and they have. And it's one of those things too, we're not cued into race control and what they're saying on the receiver, but if it was me, hey guys, ease up out there, a little less physical. Maybe start using that black flag with at least a furled warning. As you can see, parts flying off.
Yeah, we're getting
the 11
the
of Schwartz there and coming off the race car. Again, this is what it's come down to here in the class, and I don't know that it's necessarily healthy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gotten really physical really fast, and we're losing car parts pretty quickly here, and we oftentimes are seeing the kind of the choppy racing at times. And I don't necessarily equate too much, Caleb. I mean, we'd say seat time is seat time, but is seat time really 2 laps caution, 2 laps caution, 3 laps caution?
It gets you a lot of practice on starts and restarts.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, that's true. But so, I think we're kind of at a crossroads almost with how everyone's been running so far, and we're going to see which way the class chooses to go.
Now, see, there's Mike Holden, and Holden had that full groove underneath him, came in, made the run, didn't make contact from what we saw there. That's how you do it, right? Okay, spot, momentum, got it. This whole get up on the back of them, give them a thump, kind of like we see in the figure 8 world.
Right.
It just doesn't work as well in these cars and on this size of track at these speeds.
Yeah, and with figure 8, it is a contact sport in a sense. It is kind of it's a contact class too.
Right.
You're expecting, we talk about the figure 8 oval, it's 5th mile, it's really only one way around.
Yep.
And so you got to get the horn out. That is a great little 3-wide move there from Wager. Got a little testy at times when he makes it stick here, but with these legend cars, you're not really they're not really designed to be used with using your horn as like a battering.
Exactly, and that was a great example of you can do it. I mean, there was 3 grooves that just got used right there, and the innermost and the outermost groove got used past. So it's possible when they do keep their noses clean. This is great racing. It's just you got to depend on them to do it. Is Real going to come up to the inside here on loose for the lead as we're coming into 10 to go.
Side by side, this would be a great shout for Andrew Real to get to the lead. A driver that we know has the skill and the speed in that machine, but it just has been one thing after another this season, Caleb, that is really, involved in a restart incident, involved in, it's just kind of been one thing after another for him.
Down to the very bottom, a line that John Z really perfected, and we got 2 together, and boy, if that ain't ball don't lie, I don't know what is. As around goes the 20 of Real, right as we're talking about the drivers making contact, there it is for the lead.
So now Chris Balenka is going to be in a spot for second. It's a huge gaggle of cars for third. We've stayed green. Andrew Real has dropped at least 10 plus spots, and it's going to be tough. We're under 10 to go, and this battle for third is all of a sudden hot between 6 or 7 cars.
Well, these are the All-Ply Roofing legends, and All-Ply Roofing has been serving the greater Puget Sound region for over 20 years. They have you covered from Bellingham to Tacoma, North Bend to Bremerton. Call All-Ply Roofing for a free estimate or visit them at allplyroofing.com, your Puget Sound residential and commercial roofing team.
Well, we're side by side in the battle for third between Sinner and Bianchi. Weger got a little bit of the horn out and gave Bianchi a bit of a bump. This would be a first-time podium for Antonio Bianchi if he can get there. Right now he leads, but here comes the open the bottom to Weger. He's going to roll that Jaron Zaretsky line better than most, and contact with Sinner and Schwartz, and I don't know who's going to get it right now, but it looks like it's Weger for the time being.
Meanwhile, on the right-hand side of your screen, there's Humphreys kind of looking at that entire line, and he's lost the hood pin. The hood pin's still attached, but it's no longer in the post on the left back side of his hood. You can see that thing flopping in the breeze. As we continue to roll in, 5 to go, tightly packed for positions all throughout the field.
Here's the battle for the lead. Chris Balenka going to look to go to the inside on Jaden Luce. Poles side by side, has that bottom. Going to look to roll the corner. Luce tries to cross him over. Balenka's going to shut the door, and we got a new leader, Chris Balenka.
Nice move by CB as he makes his way up and through. We are down to 4 laps to go, make it 3.
And, black flag here shown. I think that's to Jaden Luce.
I believe you're right.
Was that for the contact with Real?
It's strange that it came 2 laps later,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if that's what it's for, then there you go. As we go in cockpit now with Bianchi, who is in a really nice position here in this race. We're down to 2 left, and boy, for Balenka, this race just got real easy all of a sudden.
Yeah, Chris Balenka, who we've seen intermittently here at the Super Speedway of the West, but this is the first time I've seen him from the start of the season running what seems to be like a full schedule here so far, and he's been another driver that just has had so much speed, Caleb, but has just been involved in one thing or another, and now he's going to get the white flag with like a mile behind him.
Yeah, look at that. He's on cruise control here at the moment as Weger's got second, and then what a mess for third as that Schwartz gets around?
Schwartz and Bianchi, and
wow.
It's not going to matter as Chris Balenka going to grab the checkered flag and win this 30-lap main event. Now, this is going to be they're going to get a chance to come back out again, not tonight. But
again, we're going to see him real soon thereafter.
Soon.
Yeah, so who knows what kind of chickens are going to come to roost the next time they come out here, because, boy, that was something out there. So there's your winner. Weger second. Boy, you look at where these where this group came from. It was outside row 6 for Balenka. Weger comes from outside row 8. Sinner starts on the pole and had to fight his way back forward after getting shuffled back early, but what a run for that. A lot of passing, a lot of movement, a little bit of attrition in there too, but again, when it's done right, these cars look really good and they're fun.
They are super fun, and because you can really have that close, compact, tight racing anywhere on the track, but when we're just overstepping that line too frequently, we just kind of get the choppy stuff that honestly no one really enjoys.
And you saw the black flag out there getting used at that point in time. We'll see how that plays out long term. Is CB going to burn her down right there in the middle? Very cool little smoke show for us. Let's go to the Angel of the Winds Casino Resort Winner Circle and hear from your top 3.
Chad, we didn't see much of you here last year, but you put a car back together and came back out for the season and running hard and get up on the podium tonight. What has the work been like for you kind of getting back into this car?
I don't know. I feel kind of rusty. Well, these kids are whooping my butt now, and I got some things to work on to get a little more speed.
That was kind of a hectic finish to the race there at times, cautions flying, but ultimately you bring it home to third. Who helped you get it out here?
I got to thank Mazda of Everett, Palmer's East in Redmond, Ruby's Espresso, the wife, the kid, my mom, and my friends who helped make this happen.
All right, let's hear a round of applause. Third place tonight, Chad Sinner. That was quite a crazy race. Now, you were starting deeper in the field with the invert, having to pick off 15 of them. Just walk me through some of those big cautions that you saw come out and where you were feeling as the night rolled on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little scary through the race. I mean, it was getting chippy early on, and there was a lot of chaos. But, I mean, I think we all maneuvered through traffic really well. Chris got through traffic really well, and, I mean, once I got to clean air, I saw some good battles.
Yeah, you guys were kind of all over the place, side by side, 3 wide at times. What did it take to get this car out here to second, and who helped you do it?
Yeah, I mean, my dad's been working on the car all day. The car was really fast. I was held on the outside for a while, so I didn't have a chance to really see what the car had, but it felt really good. The car was a rocket, and I mean, huge thanks to my dad for all the work tonight. And I'd like to thank Blue Collar LLC, SCR Plumbing, Snohomish Golf Course, Dirt Cheap Sewers, Pacific Street Rods, Purcell, Central Welding Supply, Joe's Racing Products, Elevate Race Media, my mom, my dad, everybody who came out to support me, and everyone who's helping me out on this thing for the 2-day show.
Second place tonight, the 30B, Braden Weger. All right, Chris, the start of the season was a little rough as you were involved in some incidents, but now a podium last time out, a win tonight. How does it feel to kind of be finding the speed and success in this machine?
It feels great. I was starting to wonder if I could still keep up with these guys. You know, they're all so fast now, and we just had bad luck, plus I was still learning how to drive again, so I think we're back.
That car ran really well, survived a couple of incidents, but once you found clean air, you were gone. How are you feeling about your chances with the second head of this doubleheader tomorrow night?
I'm feeling pretty good. We got the car ready, so, you know, got out of that clean, so we're ready for tomorrow.
And who helped you get this car out here?
I'd like to thank my wife, my brother, my family for their support, Belenka Homes, Northern Environmental, and yeah, that's it.
All right, give it up your race winner tonight, the 42, Chris Belenka.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to Hometrack Heroes here on Seattle 11. Another beautiful Sunday night. We're glad you're here with us. I'm Caleb Hart. He is Ben Iman. Ben, PRCBD Hornet main event time. And a little bit of a smaller field than usual. Usually pack 24 in here. 17 to start the same main event. They'll go 30 times around the road course. Das Boot, in fact.
Yeah, 16 cars entered in on time. We had 4 available transfer spots from the B main. Only one person chose to take it. So we'll walk you through the field. The 007's on the pole. It's Chad Capps out of Enumclaw. Starting next to the 12B machine, Brady Smith out of Everett. The 67 is Zach Dixon out of Marysville. And the color specialist, premium quality car paint and service machine. Next to the 06, Dempsey Graham out of Duval and the Durflap custom mud flap car.
Third row, Pat Folger, the 30 out of Arlington. Olympia Pizza, his outside from Lake Stevens, the 53 of Tyler Richards. Row 4 from Snohomish, the Snow Valley Farms 55 of Bobby Hauk, and to his outside from Snohomish as well, the Reppin Welding and Rail 45 of Trinity Reppin.
Christian Miller is in the 77 tonight out of Everett in the Turbo Espresso powered machine. Starting next to the cut shop of Woodinville 16, it's Peyton Hopp out of Snohomish. Diesel Snyder's in for his dad Matt tonight in the 15 out of Cleon, the CNR Farms machine. Starting next to his grandfather, the 17S Gino Solomon. He's out of North Bend, Eastside Equipment Rentals.
7th row inside, the rookie Frank Mirabelli out of Redmond. Ace here Meadery sponsors him. The 00 Dan Miller out of Everett. Fast Eddie's Tire Pros of Everett. Row behind them, Damon Claiborne's 43 out of Snohomish, Kia of Everett. Bob Shukar in the 102 in the BRNR drywall machine. And then final row all by himself, Jacob Levitt from Buckley in the Jack Racing 14X green flag. We're underway for the Hornet A main.
Yeah, that outside row got really going and contact kind of around. Oh, Chad Capps into, they're all having the fan problems for the 007 right from the start. So Brady Smith inherits the lead. And again, PRCBD Hornet Racing, slowest cars start at the front. Fast time qualifiers have to come all the way from the back. So Chad Capps and Brady Smith were our last 2 cars in on time. And Brady's already getting up and cooking away.
Look at that. They also managed to leave all the Uke tires alone for lap number 1. That's a rarity.
That's so sweet of them.
I love it, and especially considering how wide and all over the place they were. Good 3-wide action coming off the corner is, like you said, everybody chasing down Brady Smith. That is the Reppin 45 right in the middle of them, the easy one to identify. As you see here, just graze the tire barrier coming off to the left-hand side. A big thank you to Elevate Racing Media and the David Nelson and Amber with the drone shot. Good-looking drone.
It's a great-looking drone shot, and we'll go on board with the 67 of Zach Dixon now, and you can see kind of hung up on the outside, a couple cars getting down below him, but Brady Smith, Dempsey Graham up into the lead, Pat Folger, and look, so this is something I just picked up on. I just know we have kind of struggled to see some of our fast cars progress through the field lately.
Yeah.
With the bigger field, but right now you can see Pat Folger running third, but in the picture, Peyton Hopp, Christian Miller, here they are. That was fast. They were coming off of row number 5, row number 6, and they're already up there.
Part of that, too, you look at, again, only a 17-car field. Clearly where some of the cars are not here from are that mid to front of the pack qualifying kind of guys. The fast guys are all still here gunning for their spots. So watching from the drone as they make that sharp left-hand turn through the boot, hop to the inside. He's got a lot of Christian Miller there working on the backside of him. Into the corner, looking to take the spot from Folger, who dives way down, trying to protect, shows a little smoke on the flip side of it. Down the back straightaway and now into the boot, where is the biggest weight transfer portion of the course. And Peyton Hop going to make the move. He'll take over a top 3 position.
Yeah, Hop up into third. We'll go on board 17S. Gino Solomon, who's trying to run these cars down. Opening night winner in the 17S of Gino, and had first 2 races of the season, Caleb, great for Gino Solomon. The last 2 races for Gino, so he's trying to rebound after some unfortunate incidents last couple time out for Solomon, and looks like he's already trying to hunt down a top 5 position early in this one.
Looks strong. You can see left-hand side of the screen is the battle he is watching. Right-hand side of the screen, the Brand New Promotions in-car shot of Gino Solomon, as Christian Miller still working on Peyton Hop here down the front straightaway. Peyton, former track champion, can add some more hardware to his cabinet. Miller trying to get him as there goes Gino, going the long ways around, trying to make the pass coming into the boot.
Yeah, Solomon's going to eke that one through, go side by side through the boot. That is a tough place to go side by side. They get just a little contact, nothing too aggressive, but a really great racing between Folger and Solomon here, as Hop behind Christian Miller now is trying to strike back as the 77 to 16 trade spots.
Back into that corner. Well, there go door panel to door panel, and give the spot back to Hop for now. Miller, let's see if he pulls the same, I say trick, but same maneuver here, and that's exactly what he does. You want to pinch that corner for Hop, that way he can't come off of that turn with momentum and keeping his foot in the gas. You want to make him at least stutter the gas pedal, as look out, Trinity Reppin into the side of Mirabelli, but a nice recovery for her.
I have no idea what was going on there, but everyone keeps the car pointing in the right direction. That's, some of the fast cars we haven't seen make their way forward. That's Damon Claiborne, that's Diesel Snyder, that's Frank Mirabelli, and so interesting to see what the 77 and the 16 did differently this time out to find the speed that they found early.
Christian Miller now expanding his space between himself and Peyton Hop. That's third and fourth, as we're closing in on a third of the way down the race. And hey, just like you willed it into existence, here's the in-car from Damon Claiborne. So we're going to watch him try to weave up the field. We'll do that. We'll also thank PRCBD. You visit PRCBD in Arlington for all your CBD products for people and pets. PRCBD has help for all types of aches and pains. Go to prcbd.com, use the promo code RACE. PRCBD, the proud sponsor of the Evergreen Speedway NASCAR Hornet Division. Tell Joel and the team Evergreen Speedway sent you.
Well, of course, a big shout out right now to Brady Smith, who's led every lap of this race from the front. So from going from, qualifying at the tail end of the A main to, leading so far 11 laps for the 12B. If he can hang on, Caleb, what a story this would be.
Good run so far for Smith. You're right, but you do see rapidly making his way into the picture. That's Christian Miller. He's closing on Dempsey Graham, and Graham has not let Smith get all that far out there. So I don't know that Smith's going to have the nice, easy tiptoe through the tulips that he's had so far. I think you're going to get some Graham and Miller up on him sooner rather than later as we inch ever closer to halfway.
Yeah, through that weight transfer section in the hairpin here, you saw how much Graham and Christian Miller were able to close up to Brady Smith. Oh, big wobble from Brady Smith. That's going to open the door here, I think, as they get real close into this section.
This is a thing, that there is an endurance factor here in these cars. You get tired, your brain gets a little tired of processing at some point in time. You are physically exerting in there, so hard to keep that concentration, hard to keep that dedication to running your line. A lot easier when you're Christian Miller and you're trying to advance positions, as you're constantly on attack mode here. So he's going to try to peel his way to the inside of the 06 of Graham coming into the boot.
Yeah, this is a tough place to pass when you're a trail car unless you're right up there. Christian going to try to swing outside, try to make a move stick out there. This is good, close, hard racing, just maybe a little bit of contact here and there between the two of them, but this is just some good fighting up front.
Down to 16 laps to go. Smith still leads. Miller trying his hand at getting around Graham, and now it is Hop and Gino Solomon.
Oh, here we go.
As top five's getting tight.
This is a good run for Christian. He's going to set out the outside swing now. Oh, and he faked it last time, ducking inside. He's going to take it this time. Can he get there? No, Dempsey's going to shut the door.
Boy, that was narrow for Dempsey Graham, but he did a good job of it. Then he pushes off the corner, and there's the spot opened up for Miller. Miller's going to get to the inside on this first left-hand corner, and it's all for naught, because here's the caution flag. We got one around.
It's Chad Capps. Chad Capps sitting in Don Fairley's manicured grass, and let's kind of see how he ended up there. Let's see. We'll see it from Christian Miller's perspective, maybe how he ended up there. And the telestrator we don't have.
Oh, we need that telestrator.
Well, he's
chilling. Huh. Maybe he wanted to, I don't know, scope out the landscaping.
Best seat in the house?
It's not a bad one, especially if you have the accommodations of Don Fairley.
That's true.
Back to action we go. Halfway through PRCBD Hornet A main event action. And there's the Don Fairley tribute pace car out in front of the field from Speedway Chevrolet.
Did you know Don Fairley only eats the orange Mike and Ike's?
Really?
He'll open the box, pour them on the desk, separate them all, and then throw the rest of them away.
Just the orange ones?
Just the orange ones.
Peculiar.
It's because he's a Giants fan.
Ah, that makes sense. Green flag is out. Smith and Graham, 2x2 into the corner. This time with some fast guys right in
Diesel
behind
Snyder.
him.
Gonna pick him like 3 spots further back. Great dive for Snyder.
Yeah, nice little squeeze job there. As it is Smith leading into the corner, and now I think Miller's finally got to that inside where he wants to be.
Oh, he tagged Smith.
Yeah, took a little beating to get around the corner. Now he's trying to go BOGO.
Oh my goodness.
Buy one spot, get one free.
Well, Christian
Not
Miller,
off that turn.
Christian Miller contacting the front from Smith, contacting the rear from Dempsey Graham. He's weaving, just trying to find some space. Graham, here comes Gino Solomon. Where did Diesel Snyder come from? Because here he is in the top 5 battle.
Making big, bold moves with Snyder. Knowing the value of your starts and restarts. Smith still holding. So you can see how the pack is working forward. There goes Miller again. Half groove lower than Brady Smith. And on the attack down the front straightaway, Smith weaves back to get to the low side.
Solomon and Dempsey Graham were side by side. Hop going to send a late lunge on Graham. Can't quite make that move stick, but going to try his hand at a run for 4th. And Brady Smith has a handful of Christian Miller. Miller has the inside here through the weight transfer. And wow, the cornering ability of that 77 clears it easily. New race leader, Christian Miller. It took 16 laps for someone to finally get to Brady Smith.
Good job by Christian for getting there and having the patience to do it. Smith, Miller, Solomon now 1 through 3. And you see Brady Smith having a jam on the binders.
Oh! And
Peyton Hop gets around at the same time and contact from behind him. Wow, this got physical all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Oh! Peyton Hop has lost the hood. Or he still has it, but he can't see.
He has lost the hood pins at the front of that. And, well, Peyton Hop knows well enough to say, I shouldn't be driving this right now. Let's get to the pit area. We're going to take a break. We will finish off the PRCBD Hornet main event when we come back. You're watching Hometrack Heroes here on Seattle 11. Welcome back to Hometrack Heroes here on Seattle 11. I'm Caleb Hardy as Ben Hyman. And Ben, while we were away, Dan Miller's 00 has worked his way into 3rd, but there is quite the battle going on between him and Frank Mirabelli in the 99. That's what we got on the left-hand side of our screen with Bobby Houck on the right-hand side of the screen, the guy following him.
Yeah, Christian Miller is up, and away right now. And his 1st and 2nd kind of seem solidified. Houck is trying to get to this battle for 3rd, and you can see the damage on the front of Dan Miller's car in that last incident that we saw, and he's just kind of trying to hang on. And right now, Mirabelli's going to throw everything he has at him.
Mirabelli into that first left-hand corner. He's got a nice run on Miller. As the next time these guys come around, it'll be white flag lap, and it'll only be one more time to go. Mirabelli used to turn left and right, but more so in a drifting fashion. He's looked really good as a Hornet rookie this year, and looking to the inside, bidding for 3rd here on the final lap.
Yeah, the reigning Green Shields grassroots drift champion out here. Frank Mirabelli turning to the road course racing, gets the move for 3rd. Dan Miller tried to give him a bit of a bump, was unsuccessful on unsettling him. Here comes Mirabelli looking for another podium.
Mirabelli coming off the final corner. So take a look, Christian Miller to victory lane this year. Nice run for him. And Gino Solomon, a super impressive 2nd. Here's the run for 3rd. Mirabelli stretches his legs out there at the very end and ends up picking it up.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Miller 4th, Bobby Houck in 5th, and then Damon Claiborne, 1st car outside the top 10.
Fast guys got to the front. Took them a bit, but they still ended up getting there. It is now celebration time for the PRCBD Hornets.
That's right. They'll get a chance to kind of bring it on up, and we'll go down and catch up with them on the Angel of Winds Casino Resort Winners Circle.
Well, Frank, back-to-back podiums. Car looked really good. Contact early in the race. Did not look like it affected the car at all. How much fun was that race?
It was a lot of fun, actually. I did well at this track again. I want to say it right off the bat. I am sorry to Trinity getting her spun. That was not me. I was hands off the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, and I'm getting shoved into her. So that's why they didn't call a black flag at me. I think the booth recognized like I was getting pushed into her. I felt bad because I had no control over it. So I want to make that very clear. I'll try to find her after and say like, hey, it wasn't me. I just literally got shoved into you. I had nowhere to go. I was a sandwich. So.
And that's PRCB Hornet Racing. Contact happens. We saw black flags, but wasn't for you. It was for another car. And you know, the race was good, and you are really good on this course. I think this is your course. You might get your first win out here. What do you think?
Yeah, the inside's very important here on turn 1. The braking zone in there is really tough. I think I had a lot of problems the first time with the braking zone. I might have been missing the bolt for the back motor mount then, and that's why the car, when I downshifted, was shimmying all over the place. So it drove better today because I found out that bolt was missing. So yeah, it's just the confidence in turn 1. Everybody did a great job where if someone was, like, I dove bomb a couple people into turn 1, I saw other people doing it, and everybody recognized that and weren't shoving people into ukes. So that was, I think a lot of people understand that in this course, like, hey, that's the place you're gonna make a move, and you know, if you get beat there, you get beat there. And it was awesome, clean racing with Dan, and I got by him. I know he was behind me for a while, so I hope I was clean in front of him, but like, no door touching on most of those passes. It was good for the most part. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Nice job on the back-to-back podiums. Who helps get the 99 machine out here?
Acer Meadery. I got to teach Ben how to say it. Acer, yeah. So Acer Meadery, my title sponsor. Got to really appreciate them. And then me, FSX Racing, and I really have to appreciate and thank my girlfriend for always supporting me, being the timing and scoring person, being my media person, and all that stuff. I am sponsored by Accelera Tires and Tire Streets in drifting, so I want to shout them out, even though today I didn't use them because they got greasy when the sun was up, and then now the sun's down, they probably would have worked fine. But yeah, I usually run Accelera Tires. So.
All right, third place, 99, Frank Mirabelli.
And I want to thank the kid always waving the flag down here. Is that him right there? Yeah, you're awesome, because sometimes I can't see up there, and I get to look at you for the flags. It's awesome. Appreciate it.
All right, Frank Mirabelli, nice job, 99 car. All right, Gino, last 2 races were a struggle. You know, caught in the Talladega wreck, the flat tire. Back to where you want to be on the podium. How does it feel?
It feels great. You know, it was good to get that monkey off my back. So I was hoping this was going to be a good race tonight. So, and it ended up being it. So.
And you are really good on the, I almost call it teardrop course, on the boot course. Is that your favorite track out here at Evergreen Speedway?
It's becoming my favorite track. The car runs real good on it. So I'm happy with it. So, yeah.
All right, who else gets the Snyder Racing 17S car out here?
Eastside Equipment Rentals, Hair Inc., and I want to say happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Alex. And I want to thank all the servicemen and women that protect us so we can come out and do what we're doing. I appreciate it.
17S, Gino Solomon, second place tonight. Some great fans from Fast Eddie's Tire Pros. Christian Miller, it's been a struggle for you. However, you finally got the win you needed for 2026. I know we talked earlier this season, you said you weren't going to go points racing. I think this changes everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to put points in the mix of anything just yet. You know, if we get to the end of the season and, you know, I'm a competitor for it, I'll go for it. But for now, I'm just going to keep trying to do this. You know, winning is the most fun I have out here, so I'm going to keep trying to win.
You know, we had a 16-car field, so it was a little easier tonight. Ran the boot course, thanks to Danny Claiborne for that. I know that's your favorite course. How much fun is it running in that course?
Oh, yeah, that course, I love it. I mean, hanging it all the way out to the wall and then taking this late entry into one, just it feels so satisfying when you hit it, and especially when you can over-under people. There's a lot of opportunity to pass on this track, whether it's over-undering them or sticking it on the outside. That even works here as opposed to on our normal road course where the outside you're kind of hung out to dry. So definitely my favorite course. I like the reverse one too, but this is definitely, I podiumed here a lot, so.
I would say I got a statue to how many times you won on this track. Who else gets the Hornets Nest Racing 77 car out here?
Yeah, I got to thank Turbo Espresso, Fast Eddie's Tire Pros, BSR, Rick's Mobile AC, Teammate Photography, Brandy Hood Promotions, Evergreen Speedway, all the fans. I just want to shout out, rest in peace to Kyle Busch and Eric Allison, we miss you. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming out and watching us do our crazy stuff.
Your winner tonight, the 77, the very fast, Christian Miller.
Nice to see Christian get that win. He'd been saying, hey, I need one. My confidence is hurting. So there you go. Back up into victory lane for the very fast Christian Miller.
And a great race overall.
Yes, and we move forward to the Buzz-In Steakhouse Stinger 8s. Ready to rock and roll for them as let's get your starting lineup for these boys and girls out here on a Sunday night on Hometrack Heroes.
Yeah, it's Kylie Surian in the 67X up front out of Snohomish in the Walt Woodco powered cut shop machine ? The 88 is Chris Della Maggiore up front. Ryan Richards in the 153 out of Lake Stevens starts next to the 65. Bryson Wingfield out of Snohomish in the ANC glass machine.
Row number 3 is Peyton Hopp. Just saw him in a Hornet, now into the Stinger 8. That's the 16. Cut shop of Woodinville out of Snohomish car. Hawk Jenkins is 35 from Maltby. I'd hit that Motorsports behind them. Matt Somerville out of Monroe. Airport Welding and Muffler on the 21. And Bob Schukar, the B&R Drywall 102.
And then we got 13, Tyler Drapers at Lake Stevens in the PUROCLEAN of Snohomish machine, starting next to the 10. Cody Hoops out of Marysville in the Cascade Auto car. Damien Claiborne's in the 43 tonight out of Snohomish, sponsored by Kiev Everett. And Diesel Snyder's in the 717 out of Cleum, sponsored by Hare Inc. We're going to turn around the North Pole, Caleb Hart, and we are going green.
30 times around the raceway. Green flag is out and a quick move to the bottom of the speedway. For Surian, running a backup car for her this year is look out. Della Maggiore ends up dinging the Uke tire on the very first lap.
I believe that's a backup Hop car. I believe that's Peyton Hop's backup car in loaning.
Right.
Lent.
That Surian has ended up acquiring for the day.
Exactly.
So out in front, it will be Kylie. Second for Hop already. Third, the 53 of Richards, as you're watching some drivers already try to blend back in and find their spot as it's been physical early in this.
I think Hawk Jenkins is serving a stop-and-go penalty, Caleb.
Aha! For turning around Della Maggiore, likely.
Yeah. So
Matt Somerville, who's been on a roll here, is working to the outside of Richards. Knows him ahead and off and through the corner. Controls the drift just enough and then ends up having to stab the brake. And bye-bye Diesel Snyder.
Yeah, Hawk Jenkins shooting the intersection with some speed tonight, Caleb, and not really caring where the leaders are at the moment. And this is kind of an interesting battle of Richards, Hoops, Somerville, and Snyder, and this is the battle right now for third and further back.
Putting Snyder right up on the opportunity to work with Somerville in the 21, or that should be vice versa. Somerville on the back of Snyder should be fascinating as we get the back view of Peyton Hop, and we'll take a second to thank our fine sponsor, that is Buzz-In Steakhouse. They serve hand-cut Angus steaks all day, breakfast all day, and mouth-watering burgers with multiple locations throughout the region. Buzz-In Steakhouse, for a great deal on a great meal, Buzz-In Steakhouse, your best choice. Buzz-In Steakhouse, the proud sponsor of the Stinger 8 division.
Well, this has been a very competitive division so far, Caleb, and this is kind of some interesting factoids. So far, Matt Somerville, your points leader into the season, has the most amount of wins on the year and has led the fourth amount of laps. The fourth best.
I was going to say, it's been a lot of late take over the lead for Somerville in this, so he is not unfamiliar with having to make a late race rally. Right now, fourth in the Conga line coming through in that intersection. Look out, buddies. As we know, Hawk Jenkins does not care about wrecking his race car or others.
Yeah, so this was, I was told, an auditioning race kind of for Hawk as he's going to send it through right there, finds a nice gap. Potentially applying to be the next president of Club No Lift with the potential, our friend Cody Weldon potentially becoming chairman of the board.
Well, so far, so good. Very little lifting coming up for Hawk, but no destruction to be shown from it as, again, from Peyton Hop in the rear bumper cam. He's running second, and you can see how close they're in on him, and that little love tap that we talked a lot about that during the Legends race, and here's the example of it being more acceptable and different circumstance here in these cars.
Yeah, it's kind of just a known fact that the car behind you is going to give you some kind of love bumps here, and oh, Hawk, that was a tightrope that he just walked through, but you can see Snyder kind of giving the bump on Hop, giving him the bump, and that's kind of expected. These drivers are going to know that's kind of how they drive each other's. Hawk Jenkins, oh, Matt Somerville had to slam on the brakes once again just to make it through that one. What is he doing? Crazy Hollywood Hawk.
Somerville trying not to lose any more spots as side by side he goes with Cody Hoops, with Hawk Jenkins being a menace in the middle. I love it. Now Jenkins, oh boy. Somerville got to accelerate through that one and try to close back up in the pack. There's Diesel Snyder making the move for the lead, and we got to make a move to a break. We're back with more Buzz In Steakhouse Stinger 8 main event next here on Hometrack Heroes. Buzz In Steakhouse Stinger 8's on track here on Hometrack Heroes. Oh, baby! Hawk Jenkins right out of the break says, let the chaos commence. So we're back to action. I'm Caleb Hart. He's Ben Iman, and woo! Oh boy, how about let's get our energy up right out of the break, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Cody Hoops got tagged on that one. You can see how much ground he's lost now. Somerville and Sterling going to go side by side through the intersection. Not always the best situation when you have a driver out there running like Hawk Jenkins is right now, as we'll go on board with the 13 of Tyler Draper, and all this contact for the back is just going to allow Diesel Snyder right now to get up and away.
So Snyder out and running forward, moves Somerville forward into position number 2. Surian battled as long as she could. Now trying to work and keep her spot away from Peyton Hopp, the now hoodless Peyton Hopp after the Hornet incident. And they said, well, let's save the weight on the race car. We don't need no hood for figure 8, right?
No, I guess not. He's kind of proving it right now as he gets himself up to 3rd and kind of will settle in around Kylie Surian. Just got to get back to the line and make sure it gets in scored. And Tyler Draper is kind of stuck behind Richards and Wingfield right now in this group, and he's kind of struggling to find his way around. Problems for Surian.
Yeah, there was some contact there. I saw it. I want to say that was, it showed that it was Shukar right in behind her, but it was hard for me to spot it.
Oh, and even more trouble.
Oh, look out, yeah. Surian into the Uke tire there in the south pole, or the right-hand set of corners. She'll chill for a second. We're in car with Tyler Draper on the right-hand side. Surian fires it back up, and we'll lose a lap to Diesel Snyder in the process.
That's a tough break for Surian, making a return to figure 8 racing tonight. And right now, Diesel Snyder's looking real good, Caleb, as we're under halfway to go. And we'll see, he's been a driver hunting victory still. Hasn't quite had the finishes he'd been hoping for.
We know how much talent Diesel has, as 3 feature wins in one night last year here on Hometrack Heroes from Evergreen Speedway. And now putting everything together, but that car a little loose at corner entry, and just like that, Matt Somerville is finding a way to be a factor here. Snyder and Somerville able to time that traffic just right. He's now a car length and change back from your race leader.
Yeah, he's really, really pulling down Diesel Snyder and quick, and Snyder's doing a good job. We know the raw speed of the 717, but it looks like it's just a little bit more of a handful of driving and corralling that thing more than it has been right now, Caleb. As you can see, almost like, look at that big slide into the corner right now.
Through the turn, here comes Somerville. Matt Somerville looking for opportunity as he has closed in. That rear bumper cover is within smelling distance here as we go in cockpit with Diesel.
Yeah, Diesel trying to, it's going to be a long time to defend off the 2-time champion. It's not going to help when you got cars squaring off in front of each other, and that's going to open the door. Somerville gets a little aggressive and shoves Diesel out there. Diesel's going to have the inside route around this North Pole, but Somerville's going to pull right behind him and look to pounce the next time it opens up.
Matt's still kind of rooting there, looking for an opportunity. He's going to stick the nose in, a little contact, but he backed out of it. Let Diesel gather it back together, and they'll go back after it. That was a gentlemanly-like maneuver there from Somerville, as you don't want to completely root him out of the way. You just want to tap him enough.
And Somerville knew that if Diesel went around full round there, that and a caution came out, that he was going to the back anyway. So kind of good news, just kind of get out of the back of it and let try to square up. And you can see the gap has opened up a little bit, but now stuck behind Hawk Jenkins Diesel's this is really going to allow Somerville to close back up.
Right there. Oh, and that's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Snyder gets into the back of Jenkins. Somerville tagged him a little bit. Now Jenkins going way wide, and oh boy. I don't know that those two are going to be on each other's Christmas lists anymore.
Yeah.
As Somerville takes the lead in the exchange.
Yeah, and Peyton Hopp slides on through, so does Cody Hoops. It's a big loss off the podium, Diesel Snyder, and that one turn set of, that one event set turns, and a black flag shown to Hawk Jenkins.
So Jenkins gets a black flag, and into the infield he will go. Snyder, let's see what he can recover to, as we're down to only 6 laps left. Intersection's hot. Draper almost took one in the quarter panel.
Yeah, it was
got through somehow.
Cody Hoops, who can slither the intersection better than most, is just, as that one's a little less closer. Diesel Snyder trying to get back up on the podium.
Central Welding Supply's family-owned service hasn't changed since 1975. Proud sponsor of Evergreen Speedway for over 25 years, Central Welding Supply's outstanding customer service is the industry leader. Gases, welding, safety supplies for the industry and life. Central Welding Supply, 30 locations in Washington, Oregon, Alaska. Find your closest store at centralwelding.com.
We're on board. Cody Hoops trying to run down Peyton Hop. This is will be 3 to go at the line, and right now Matt Somerville's got a real comfortable lead from Hop and from Hoops right now, so we're going to kind of settle in. It's closing a little bit as Somerville can't find a way around the car, of the lap car right now. I think it's Hawk Jenkins again. Hawk really being a bit of a menace tonight in multiple different ways.
Hey, that'll happen as now Wingfield side by side with Somerville. Somerville under fire here.
Got real squirrely.
And there's Peyton Hop. Hop looking to take the lead. As we're down to 2 to go, Peyton Hop has got it.
He does, and Somerville kind of just gives Wingfield a bit of a shove and gets him out of the way, and now trying to get back down. Peyton Hop, 2 to go. They're going to pull side by side as they charge to the intersection. Surian chooses not to run through it. It's going to be the white flag held. Little contact between the two of them going to the North Pole. Here's Cody Hoops, 1 to go.
This has gotten physical beyond physical. One more time around. Hop, can he get into the South Pole and close the door? Whole lot of bumper coming through. Somerville makes himself a path. They'll bang doors coming into the intersection for the final time.
But Hoops is going to, excuse me, Hop is going to have the inside. They're pulling side by side around the North Pole. There's a lap car in front of them. They're pulling along. Somerville pulling along. It's too close to call. We're going to have to go to the replay, and race control is going to have to take a look at something as we're going to kind of give them a second to kind of figure it out, Caleb, and waiting for the guy. And yes, it's Matt Somerville, a dead heat at the line with Peyton Hop.
Wow. Whew. What a finish that one ends up being. You're down into the thousandths of the second to try to split those guys up, and Somerville will get the win according to race control. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right, Somerville, then Hop. What a battle. Hoops third. Let's talk to him on the Angel of the Winds Casino Resort winner's circle.
Gotta love when the family's up here, Cody. Man, that was one whale of a finish to a Stinger 8 race. You had minor contact early on, did not affect the car, and you got back up to the top 3. What was that like?
That was a wilder one. That was a wild race. Going through the intersection with Hawk Jenkins, I don't know if he hit me or not. I thought we were gonna. I went to hit the brakes and my foot slipped. And I was like, all right, rip it right. And then we didn't hit and sent it back in there and managed to come back to third. So I'm happy with it.
And you got on the podium as well with Matt Somerville, one of your best friends out here, and Peyton Hop. This top 3, this was obviously the race of the night. When you see those cars battling, are you hoping they slip up and you sneak underneath, or go on the outside and get past them?
I was waiting for chaos, and it was happening, but I was a part of it. So not a lot of opportunity to capitalize on.
All right, who else gets you out here, buddy?
Tom Easley, Matt Somerville, John Bender, JBR, Lance O'Grain, Hammer Built Fabrication, my wife, Ari, Lucas here helped me in the pits all day today. Yeah, it was a great day.
Third place tonight, the 10 of Cody Hoops. We got the whole Hop Racing gambit up here. Got my son Lars, your wife Alyssa, my wife Ashley, mom, Peyton. What a finish, man!
Holy crap, man! I hate to be the bridesmaid, but that was the most fun I've ever had in a figure 8 race. I mean, hats off to Matt Somerville and Cody Hoops making that Euro scene. Just Jenkins, come on, man! It just right there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, though. I mean, to have that close of a finish, I will take a finish like that any day of the race.
I take this back to 2022 when we had a battle with Ryan Hassenfleck. Same thing happened. Only time this is coming out of a north corner where you're turning. We had to go replay after replay after replay. We didn't know. When you're battling that hard and it's that close, is it that much more fun and that much more sweet to get second?
Oh, yeah. I mean, whether you win or you get second, I mean, just to have side-by-side at the line with a very respectful driver like Matt Somerville, I mean, like, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, especially after what happened in the Hornet race. I was very dejected after I had a very strong car running in the top 5. But you know what? I'll take this, man. It's been a tough season to start off, but I mean, this one was for the cut shop, man. Get some.
All right, I know the sponsors, but I want you to shout them out in the 16 machine.
Oh, absolutely. So obviously we got the Warrenville Cut Shop. best cut shop in America. We got GM Northwest, Fast Eddie Tire Pros, Brandy Hood Promotions, Hornets Nest Racing. They always help me out with everything. Grandpa and Grandma Hop, they've been sponsoring me since day one. Bardall Motor Oil, they give me the oil for the whole year. Can't thank them enough. And man, you know, just all these amazing fans for coming out. I mean, how did you guys like that? That was an insane Stingray race. Woo!
The 16, the Integrator, Peyton Hop. 3 wins. Oh no, the family can stay up here. It's all right, man. I can maneuver it. 3 wins in a row. I'm saying thing I said to my brother. What a finish. What was that like?
It was absolutely epic. I mean, talk about gloves off. 1990s figure 8 racing right there. I could see myself in the stands watching that one, just getting so pumped up. That's one of those races that's really sweet to come out on top, but at the same time, I would have been just as excited if it was Peyton. I would have loved to have Diesel up there battling with us. It's just such a fun class. That's a show right there.
Oh, I agree. If we had to go replay after replay after replay, it was that close. I couldn't call it from where I was looking at, from what we were staring at. Man, the respect between you and Peyton, it showed. You were leaning on each other, but you didn't take it too far. Is that what figure 8 racing is all about?
If you want to have fun with it, that's what it's all about. I mean, we can cross that line with each other, but know that at the end of the day, we're out here to have fun, and we're still going to be buddies, and that's what makes racing with this particular group so special for sure.
All right, sponsors, who gets you out here, buddy?
Airport Welding and Muffler, John Bender Racing, Dave Riddell. I'm always in his toolbox. Just all my crew, my family, friends, all these supporters, Airport Welding and Muffler. Shout out to all the military and people that gave the ultimate sacrifice so we can be out here having fun doing this. It's pretty special.
Your winner, 3 wins in a row, the 21, Matt Somerville.
Well, wins in a row for Matt Somerville, but that one by just a whisker as we will move forward here on Hometrack Heroes. Congratulations to him on the win. Time for the BECU mini stocks. We're going 51 laps. We had been saying 50, but instead we'll go 51 in honor of the life and career of Kyle Busch. May he rest in peace, and hopefully some peace come to his family as we are ready to go. These cars going 51 times around. Paisley Bender on the pole for this. The 18 out of Snohomish, sponsored by Allied Motorsports. Jimmy Apsher, front row with her. Out of Marysville, the NPM Welding and Fabrication 26. Second row, Zach Bristol, the 97 out of Granite Falls. Racers Against Child Abuse. And starting fourth, your defending truck champion, the one of Cole Reardon, out of Granite Falls, sponsored by Bob T. Builder.
Matt Snyder's in the 15 tonight out of Snohomish, the Handy in the Valley machine. Starting next to the 19, Scarlett Fisher out of Marysville, sponsored by Snow Valley Farms. Clint McCowan's in the 29 out of Monroe in the Metal Tech car. He'll start next to Ronnie Apsher, the 72 United States Seafood machine out of Federal Way.
Your fifth row to the inside, Travis Woodward out of Lake Stevens, Brava Pizza on the car. Brandon Smith is the 44 Post Falls, Idaho driver, sponsored by Kropf Part Model RV. Sixth row is Gavin Ballou. Welcome home, Gavin, for a week of racing. The 12 from Marysville originally, Reardon Racing Engines. And the 51 is Andrew McKee out of Spokane, sponsored by Garber's Garage.
Your final rows, Lucas Walker in the 20W in the Eagle Creek Construction Machine out of Marysville, and Lyndon Smith in the 221 out of Everett, being sponsored by PRCBD.
A couple of long travelers with us this weekend from Eastern Washington as some of the Fever Fours make their way over from State Line Speedway. I want to welcome Smith and McKee into the house as we're going green for 51 here on our our BECU mini stocks.
So yeah, this could be kind of an interesting race a little bit too, Caleb, because we have, I think it's five or six drivers making a season debut tonight, including our 2 out-of-town guests. And then the other car to note is Lyndon Smith, starting at the rear. Caleb had to replace the entire transmission because he rolled out for qualifying, hit the gas, and then went duh.
That's a problem.
Yep, so they got the entire thing replaced and made it out just in time for the main event.
Well, good for Lyndon. That's going to make him have to hustle here as he works his way through the field. Jimmy Apsher, we see him out front a lot. He's a very good pace setter for this field. It's Apsher, followed by Reardon, and now working his way to third will be Bristol.
Yep, these are some of the cars we're looking at. The 44, the 51 join us tonight. McCown in the 29, Travis Woodward 16. This season debut for Travis. And excited to always see Woodward back out here running this 3.8 oval. And our top 5 already starting to string things out. Absher, Raritan, Bristol, Snyder, and back also kind of starting to settle into this one and start to pull the field away.
There's a long time to go here. 51 laps, a lot of laps for these 4-cylinder cars. So it'll be a battle of patience. It'll be a battle of who can last the longest and still have something there at the very end. And with that being said, we're going to battle our way to a commercial break. So you're watching Absher in the 26, Raritan in the 1. They're getting after it. We'll go to break and watch more of the BEC Mini Stocks next. You're tuned in to Hometrack Heroes here on Seattle 11. He's Ben Iman, I'm Caleb Hart, and Ben, battle out front in this one. Jimmy Absher trying to hold off the defending champ, the 1 of Cole Raritan. Raritan all over him for the lead.
Yeah, Cole Raritan felt pretty confident about his odds coming into the night. Oh, we got contact.
No. That's bad.
Ronnie Absher is going to eat up the 51 of Andrew McKee, and looks like wrong place, wrong time. And I don't know, if everyone gets going, we're going to stay green, it appears, Caleb, and that's going to, Cole Raritan's going to try the outside. So yeah, Raritan felt pretty confident about his race car, felt pretty strong in his program. Threw a 2 new tires on this one, and you know, some of the tire strategy coming into this one. It's 1 tire a week for the BEC Mini Stocks, but you can add them to your bank. It doesn't mean you have to use them. So Raritan was doing a bit of stockpiling and put 2 on just for this event.
Well, you watch it. Absher usually drives that car a little loose, right? So as opposed to some of the other drivers, Jimmy, as fast as he is, you don't always know where the 26 is going to be. Lap to lap, Raritan to the inside. Little smack in the door.
And it almost got Bristol.
Ooh, boy. Raritan fires it back up, and hey, we're staying green here.
Yeah,
for
wow.
now.
That was a, no, there's the caution
There it
flag.
is.
Wow, that was a tough one, Caleb, and Absher and Raritan getting into that one together. And well, let's take a look and see what happened maybe a little bit more closely with some of these replay views. And
yep.
Both drivers carrying a ton of speed. Raritan tried to throw the crossover move, and I just don't know if Absher knew he was there. A little overcorrection, and great. Raritan almost nabbed Bristol on that one, and ooh, mama.
Well, let's take a look. Here's from the Raritan point of view, and watch the hands, watch the car. There it is. He's got the gap. He's both tires below the line, but hey, that's not the first time that's happened to someone. I'll be interested to see the next point of view on this. As Raritan gets fired back up, you can see him working the shifter. Here's from the Absher point of view. Into the corner, fights up to the middle line. He is still, I mean, you could be your own judge on that one as to if you want to assign fault or not, but hard to say. Yeah, look, from that point of view, you get a lot clearer viewpoint of where the cars were on the racetrack when contact occurred.
Yeah, I think this is tough. I'm not going to call either way. I'm going to chalk this up and say it's racing hard, but you at home can obviously make your own decisions, and we'll see how this race finishes for Raritan and Absher and almost Bristol.
There's some pretty crystal clear, at least evidence to look at there as to where the cars were, what the lines were, what both drivers were trying to do, and we're not going to insult your intelligence, but you guys can decide for yourself at home and figure out how you want to view that.
Well, but they're both going to the back, causing
yes, they
involvement.
are.
So Jimmy Absher, Cole Raritan will restart farther back. So it'll be Zach Bristol, Matt Snyder, the front row. Scarlett Fisher, Paisley Bender behind them. Then Lyndon Smith, good march forward, is restarting 5th. And oh, we already got cars around. Oh, Gavin blew up in the air. Sheet metal everywhere. And well, that's a tough break.
You don't typically see that kind of destruction on the pace lap coming back to a green before you get to the line. That was different.
Let's take a look at this one and see. We're kind of not really watching the leader cars. They'll get through. I'm watching from 44 back, and Absher got into the back of McKee. And
yeah, you remember when Absher and McKee tangled previously there?
Yeah.
And the 32 just went right back and might have taken the revenge?
Oh, that's some tough battle there. Tough break for Woodward. You know, this car coming out for the first time here. Now here's Cole Raritan going to watch all of this, and he's just like, no, thank you. I'm getting out of the throttle.
Smart by Raritan. Holy cow. That's a lot of chaos. And again, into the back, and bang.
And Gavin Blue goes up in the air here, and then Woodward into Absher, and yowzas.
Yeah, some drivers continue and others facing the wrong direction. Well, cautions breed cautions in many stocks too, apparently.
I guess so, and that's a bad one. That's a lot of new car parts for everyone.
Hey, new parts for everybody. The parts guy in me absolutely loves it. Let's get some racing in, though, as a lot of laps still to go, and now the mid-pack looks a little bit different.
Yeah, well, the 51 remains on track, so Andrew McKee still feeling like he's got enough race car to hang out there. Walker, it looks like Jimmy Absher has returned. Good news for Jimmy. I can report that, yeah, he was having to frantically try to replace a tire.
Oh, wow.
And that caution actually said he was still jacked up in the pit stall when that caution came out. So that's a good break for Jimmy there. And I just had to mention, you were talking about how he likes to drive that car loose and on the edge. He actually has been fighting this new car, Caleb. It has been so wickedly tight on him all year. So he took a home run swing coming into this one, changed a lot of things in the rear end, and is now trying to bring it out, see if he can find some looseness like he likes.
Well, sometimes your car is so tight that you drive it loose. I mean, we could say that, right?
Yeah,
like
totally.
You literally are over driving it to bust it and get the feel onto it, and then it looks like it's squirrely. Hopefully the adjustments Jimmy has made have been good for him. He put together some really good laps out front. See how he comes through the pack and advances with a lot of laps to go.
On board with the 19 of Scarlett Fisher now, and we'll see Matt Snyder leading Bender, and then that's Brandon Smith behind him, and Jimmy Absher trying to make his way forward. Cole Raridan already caught in the back of Lyndon Smith, trying to knocking on the door of the top 5, and gonna have to get around Smith to do it.
Lyndon battling his Smith brethren. No relation in real life there, is the 44 of Smith going to the inside, looking for room underneath Paisley. Paisley opens the door coming into the corner. Can Smith 44 version lead the 221 of Lyndon Smith in and through?
No, because Cole Raridan's going to stick the nose and take the spot.
Nice timing by Cole.
Indeed, Lyndon Smith having to now try to continue to march his way forward, is finally going to drop down behind Raridan and hopefully use the gap created to roll on Bender, and looks like he will clear right there. And so up inside the top 5 go pretty much the fast time qualifiers of the night. Bristol Snyder, Brandon Smith, Raridan, and Lyndon Smith.
To the inside, here comes the one of Raridan. He'll check up, getting into the corner, won't be able to make the move there. Has a good look at him coming off the bottom of turn number 2, though. Brandon Smith in the 44 holding off Cole Raridan and the 221 of Lyndon Smith, who was right there and very racy behind him. Down the front straightaway, another bid for Raridan into the inside of turn number 1, and he'll make the pass.
Good move there for Raridan, and Lyndon Smith's going to follow through, and now that puts Cole Raridan back up to 3rd after that incident. The car we haven't talked about much because he really hasn't had much to do with the 97 of Zach Bristol. Look at that massive gap he's opened up, Caleb. Got pretty much a straightaway worth of gap, and as Raridan and Smith are going to start fighting with Matt Snyder here for 2nd, Zach Bristol's got to be loving this.
Still a lot of race to manage for Zach here. We only run the mini stocks this long duration once a year, really, so how he manages it going to be quite the question. As 2nd place, changing hands, there goes Raridan, and bringing Lyndon Smith with him. Raridan continues to punch the hole. Lyndon continues following through. That sharp work from the youngster.
Yeah, so the championship battle we're kind of seeing emerge right now, Caleb, are now all up on the podium. Bristol, Raridan, Lyndon Smith. This is kind of where the points early in the season have shooken out, and these are the cars we're really watching, kind of trying to figure out. Lyndon Smith fighting back a little bit from a deficit for opening night when he was 5 laps away from victory when his car gave out on him. So Lyndon's got some gap to try to catch up, and Zach Bristol, the lone Volkswagen in the field in this large field of Hondas and Mustangs, feeling pretty good right now in his FTG powered 97.
Just needs to keep putting laps in the bank for him, right? Beautiful shot there from the Elevate Racing Media drone. Thank you to Elevate for that. I really like that low coming on angle. As you see yellow lights blank on, and whew, this has been a eventful race for the 72, has it not?
It has, and that looks like the roughest of all of them.
Taking some tire barrier with him, as he will go off towards the pit, come on to the track, and let's get another look from, we'll get the first look from Jimmy Absher's point of view.
Looks like he just kind of went off the top of the track there, just pushed up and just. Oof.
Oh wow,
that's a much
that collision there from Ronnie Absher was something.
Yeah, Yeah, now Travis Woodward a little bit further back in the field as we're watching. You see towards the top of it. Oh yeah, just kind of like he just went away up into the ground, into the dirt.
So here's a look at it, and boy, that tire is not really. I say that tire was turning left, but that was more of an issue of too much speed and didn't have the car wound down enough to really get it turned coming off the corner.
Yeah.
And tire barrier later, there's going to be some repair work to do on the car number 72.
Well, I don't think this is what Zach Bristol wanted.
No.
Still the long length of over a typical main event to go. 32 laps, and now his gap from Raritan and Lyndon Smith is erased, and we know how good that Volkswagen is off the jump, and he's going to try to defend it here as we go green once again.
19 laps in, 32 to go in our longest mini stock race of the year. And Bristol will have that lead again coming off of turn number 2, but Raritan and Smith are right there.
Yeah, wow, look at the 221, a rocket ship off the restart. Pulls alongside Raritan now for second, and if they squabble for a few laps, that's going to be great for Zach Bristol, but if Lyndon or Raritan's able to kind of squeak around, then they're going to have a good run on the 97. He's not pulling away.
The longer those two battle for second place, the better it is for Bristol. As Smith, seeing opportunity, he's got the nose up to the number on the 1 car, continuing to fight him hard down low and to take second place. Raritan into the corner early as he's got a nice open entrance, but again, coming off turn number 2, about side by side. Raritan still trying to nose ahead coming into the corner, and they've both kept Bristol in striking distance.
Yeah, and this is where if Zach Bristol clearly has the long run speed, I'm questioning the short run speed of the 97, because with 2 cars side by side like this, having to compromise their line so much, he should be gaining ground in the short run speed sense, and right now he's kind of still hanging with them. Bristol kind of needs them to do this for a lot longer, let this race grow green, and let him kind of start to build that gap. And I don't think he's going to have that long, Caleb.
In fact, if it could just be back and forth like it is, Raritan puts a couple of good laps together, Lyndon puts a couple of good laps together, and neither of them really surges ahead and takes advantage of getting that spot, the better it's going to be for Bristol. As there goes Lyndon kind of sliding off the corner. He'll clear Raritan here. So if he can keep Raritan behind him for a couple of laps, Smith will really be able to focus on what Bristol's doing ahead. We should see that gap between the two of them shrink.
Yeah, now look, the 221's already closing up on the bumper of the 97, and so is Cole Raritan closing to them. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Lyndon, not going to waste any time, dives to the inside and gets it to stick as he rolls the corner. No, Bristol's going to try to fight back on the outside, but that Scirocco not quite really motoring like he wants it to right now, and he's going to drop down below. A new race leader from the back of the field, Caleb Hart with 25 to go, Lyndon Smith.
So Smith, we've eclipsed halfway here in this, is your race leader, and a nice job by Lyndon. Now, is it going to be Bristol second, or can he hold up Raritan slightly and let some time pass for Lyndon to move forward? There goes Absher, making another pass. Jimmy Absher really working his way up the rest of this field nicely. That's going to put him into 4th.
Yeah, there's the battle for the lead, though, and you can see the gap here. Absher for 4th, then Smith, Snyder, Woodward right inside. A good rebound from for Travis Woodward involved in that restart. As you can see, the kind of bent-in front bumper Woodward's having to fight.
Well, we take a second to thank Granite Construction, the proud sponsor of our Super Sprint Car Series and a world leader in the construction industry. Granite Construction, an award-winning company and a great place to work if you're seeking a new career. Check out graniteconstruction.com.
We're quickly now clicking laps off, and Brandon Smith falling through the field right now. Matt Snyder's now got around him, now having to defend from Travis Woodward, and the gap from the leaders to Absher to the rest of the field has only grown more, and right now Bristol and Raritan trying just to hang with Lyndon Smith, but he is clearly setting the pace.
We're looking back further in the field. Travis Woodward working on Brandon Smith for a spot. Can't make it stick. Paisley Bender is right there looking for opportunity to grab a position or two. We'll take a timeout. We're going to finish this 51-lap PECU Mini Stock main event next here on Hometrack Heroes. We're down to just a few laps left to go here in the Mini Stock main event on Hometrack Heroes on Seattle 11. Lyndon Smith in car in the 221, and Lyndon Smith, your race leader at the moment. Bristol is 2, Raritan is 3.
Yeah, Lyndon Smith just kind of in coast mode as he hits the line 4 to go, and This is a good battle further back in the field. This is 5th and 6th right now. Matt Snyder and Brandon Smith. And Brandon Smith going to go to the inside. Travis Woodward trying to get involved with this one. But the leaders have kind of strung out Caleb. And it's Gavin Ballew's in the dirt. And this is a late race caution.
Oh boy, bunch the field up here with 4 to go. As we're going to get a look at the replay coming up. Everybody's circling around. Let's see what happened to Gavin Ballew here off the bottom of the 4th turn. And from the back camera of Scarlett Fisher, a little burp of the gas, and
contact.
Yeah, 18 Bender got a piece of that. Let's watch from Paisley's car. Yep, a lot of contact.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
It didn't take much, but that'll do it.
Drone in turn 4. And around goes Ballew. Bender with some front bumper, and that's how we'll sit. So that'll bunch this pack up here, Ben, and bring Bristol and Raritan right up to the back of Lyndon Smith on this restart.
Yeah, what I talked about, Zach Bristol is oftentimes the best restarting car in the field, and here's his shot. Whatever he's got in that 97, what does Cole Raritan have in the 1? And let's throw Jimmy Absher in the mix, who's done a great job recovering. Does the 221 have enough off of turn 4? They'll hit the white line, see the green flag, and it's a good jump for the outside line for sure, but they're going to have to battle in quickly. And no, Smith got a real good turn into 1.
Through the 2nd corner, Absher might have Raritan cleared for 3rd at the moment. And he does. They'll get back into the turn, so who's going to pull this off on the restart? Bristol's going to have Smith by a nose. Smith gets it back going into the 1st corner.
Oh, looks like a little unsettling there for the 97 on the outside groove. He's dropped Absher a little bit, who's giving him a bit of a push. Cole Raritan's going to drop into this one. Maybe try to pick up a 2nd spot on Bristol while he hangs out on the outside.
Raritan's just a hair of a groove lower. Contact. Bristol up into the wall. Into the corner they go. Bristol trying to get back underneath Absher. Absher side by side with him for a moment. Into the corner. Touches the quarter panel of the 1 of Raritan. Up track he goes. Everybody misses him, thankfully, but wow, that was narrow. That was only a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to have another late race shootout here. For Bristol, have another shot. Absher, the 1 up in turn 3, the 26. 2nd time, he'll have to restart from the rear, and you can see as they go to the outside, Bristol dove to the inside, side by side with him. A little contact there, and on the 26 into the 1.
Wow.
That's just a lot of squirrely race cars.
Yeah, so here's the in-car on Absher. Oh, yeah. Jimmy's upset, and
anytime you're around, rightfully so.
You look at it and you watch it. There comes Bristol trying to cross. Slow this down for you guys.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. Kind of Jimmy gets
just
a little unsettled, and then into Raritan.
And just barely into that corner panel, and it didn't take much at the speed that he was carrying to send him around. So a nice comeback ruined, unfortunately, for Absher in the 26, but another restart opportunity up at the front of the field, and we'll pile somebody new into that 4th spot to see what they can do.
Yeah, the fast cars. Here we go again. Lyndon Smith's got to play defense again, and this time Brandon Smith's going to be up in the top 4. And does the driver from Post Falls, Idaho, have a shot at a podium on his debut at the 3/8 Oval?
About to find out. Should be a green-white checkered finish if I'm seeing this right. So they're coming down the front straightaway. Here's the green for Lyndon Smith and Zach Bristol. And for Bristol, that was really the get-out-of-jail-free card, as he was as far back as 4th. Now he'll get a restart, and he'll fade back a little from Lyndon right off the bat.
Yeah, he did not quite have the same fight up front that we've seen. It'll be the white flag. This will be the final time by for Lyndon Smith. And the Raritan and Bristol, the battle for 2nd. Cole Raritan's going to get the best of Zach Bristol, but I don't think Raritan's got enough drive to close that gap. And what a story this is going to be, Caleb Hart.
Congratulations to Lyndon Smith. They have had to rebuild that race car again. A full transmission here on the day, but they got the job done, and they got the win here in the mini stocks.
And Caleb, if you're looking at the ticker and seeing it show Cole Raritan, that's because Lyndon's transponder fell off at that restart.
Aha, that makes sense. So Lyndon Smith, Cole Raritan, Zach Bristol, 1, 2, and 3, and they've kind of been the guys this year up the front of this field. Nice for Lyndon to ascend it to the top spot here on the night. That was well done.
Yeah, finally picking up a win on the season, the 221. So of the top 3, they've all been to the top step of the podium once, and Linden controlled it, had to survive a couple late race restarts, but gets the job done. Let's go talk to these top 3 up on the Angel of Winds Casino Resort Winners Circle. Well, Zach, that was one hard-fought race. You led from a good chunk of the first half, and then it felt like you were just kind of chasing one car tonight, and ultimately a couple late race restarts, but get up on the podium and keep the consistency rolling.
Yeah, it was, I mean, that red just killed us tonight because we had straightaway lead. I was just kind of setting a pace and trying to wait for Linden and Cole to get up there, and then I would actually kind of go for it. But restarts kind of hurt us. I don't know what happened off of turn 4, but I got thrown into the front stretch wall. Made a crab walk going down the back on the gun to Jimmy. I'll probably talk to him or at least apologize to him after, but I want to watch the video. I don't know what happened off of there. But, you know, for what it was, I mean, just if you guys will see that thing is not steering or handling worth a damn after that one. But I'll take it. 3rd place up there with both these guys up here. They had a long day. Cole obviously getting taken out by his teammate, and then Linden broke in the transmission in qualifying. He came back to kind of put a whooping on us tonight. So congrats to those two.
And who helps you get this 97 machine out here?
I want to thank Nat and Amy Barber for yet again letting me run that awesome VW. FTG boys, Wally, Dane, Ben Smith for all the work on that car. Beautiful girlfriend Sarah. Big shout out to Doug Bennett for coming and spotting for not only this race but the previous race. Hibbs Automotive, D2 Foundations, new sponsor on board now, GA Northwest. Thank you to the Millers as always for supporting me, and thank you fans for coming out. Thank you.
3rd place tonight, Zach Bristol. Well, Cole, that race was a race of attrition, but it felt like it hit you the hardest and the most. Had to march from the back of the field after a little off-road adventure.
Yeah, it's just good hard racing with my buddy, that's all. I ain't mad.
But a good job making your way through the field and the longer race. How did you feel like your car held over the long run?
I mean, we knocked the toe out or something, and the oil temp was coming up really bad, so I was losing VTEC, and so it was okay. It could have been better.
And who helps you get that car out here every time?
Oh, man, I got to thank my girlfriend, Jenny, for being the best spotter ever. My crew, Bob, Ian, Royce, my dad, my daughter, Lucas, and then I got to thank all my sponsors, Bob T. Builder, Royce Tanner Racing, NPM Welding and Fabrication, Finish Line Drafting Design, Full Throttle Graphics, Central Welding, BECU, Evergreen Speedway, and happy Memorial Day, everyone. Thanks for coming out.
2nd place tonight, driver of the 1, Cole Raridan. All right, Lyndon, the first thing I just want to ask about is when you came out for qualifying and the car didn't go anywhere, what was the first thing that went through your head in that moment?
I might have pressed the gas a little too hard.
Well, you were able to. You guys obviously got underneath it, spent the time and work on it. You were chasing Zach there for a chunk of the first half, but once you got him, there was no one in the field that felt like it could catch you. How good did your car feel tonight?
Oh, I mean, it was on rails. I got an amazing team. They worked their butts off to get this thing ready for the heat race in the main. I mean, we had the transmission pulled before the other transmission was even here. Did some good setup change. Car setting, great. It was super neutral. Had a great time driving it. Those last 4 laps were definitely a little worrisome. You know, it's typically where you lose the race, but we pulled through, and it was a great result for us. First win in this car, first win of the season. I could not be happier. I got to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, PRCBD, Bosworth Trucking and Grading, Allied Motorsports, the whole JBR crew, you know, Big Scott, John, Dave, Lance, Mike, you know, anybody who's been here to help me get the car ready. Huge shout out to Kyle Busch, Memorial Race, 51 laps. Yeah, what a great night.
Going home $1,000 richer, your winner, Lyndon Smith.
Cut, print, screenshot, Lyndon Smith phase. I want to see that all over the internet. You know, if you've got to back up the DVR real quick to get that, just do it, because masterful. All right, let's go boat racing, but not your traditional we're going on the water and boat racing, Ben. No, this is Evergreen Speedway style boat racing.
Yeah, we really don't want the boats to be on water. We want them to be on the figure 8 oval. So a couple of let's walk you through some of the competitors. I don't know where they are on the track at the moment, but you'll figure it out. Captain Chaos Jacob Funk returns in the 8. He's joined Brian Roundtree in that cop car is in the 8T. Rick Yargis, the family wagon's trying again, 17X. Sheridan Vincent is now piloting the 23. Mark Storms in the 27. Thomas Egger in the 34. Kyle Deshay in the 42.
Chevy Vincent, the 45. Chunky's back in the 50. Ted Hutt, the 69. Jeff Hutt, the 90. Kylie Timlick, the 159. James Whitney, once again, to the 187. Landon Timlick's the 259, the 41. Kevin Robinson. Now, here's the idea. You're running the figure 8. It's not really who finishes first. It's about destroying your competition's boat.
Right.
And if you do that well, you might win a fabulous prize.
What is the fabulous prize?
The prize is to be determined.
Oh, okay.
In terms of the fabulous.
In case you're wondering, by the way, that's a canoe.
That's still a boat.
Jacob Funk has a canoe.
That's
I
still
called
a
it,
boat.
I'm like, it's more of a dinghy, is where green flag is out. There's no waiting on these ones, by the way. It's not like bump to pass where they got to wait a lap. They can already hit us. Sheridan Vincent already just getting chunky, caught in like a boat sandwiches. Oh, we got our first boat hit, and Sheridan, first boat out.
Oh, that man needed a bridge over those shallow waters.
Well, when you leave your boat exposed, that's what's going to happen, and he ran aground. So, some more cars to the 8.
If you were being a poet, if you had an exposed boat, aka the boat exposed, then you would need something else to go with it, right?
Flex seal.
Sure. Very famous Will Ferrell movie reference, but I get it. You're too young for that.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Look at that. Oh, sparking up a storm and clobbering the boat, but the boat lives on. We need to say thank you to Coastal Credit Union at Coastal Community Bank. Coastal Community Bank. Community is our middle name. The Coastal Bank staff take the time to understand your business and help you move forward. Coastal Community Bank has multiple locations throughout the region to handle every bank you need. Details at coastalbank.com. That's coastalbank.com. Proud track sponsor 15 years here at Evergreen Speedway.
Oh, and Rick Yargis was lining some shots up, and we got a front view of Yargis here as he's going to kind of tiptoe his way through, and that's a boat. He doesn't. Oh, now the boat's stuck underneath.
Oh, he high-centered on the boat. Well, the high tide came in. It was a problem.
Yeah, no doubt. I wish I had boat puns prepared, and they're not in front of me.
That's fine. I don't even need prepared material to be funny with the boat puns.
Now Storm and Robinson and Vincent are just hitting each other. Looks like Roundtree's got a good boat running so far, and we're going to go inside Captain Chaos's machine and
trying to avoid having their boats turned into driftwood out here.
Watch out, Timlick through the intersection safely right there, and everyone's just kind of maybe looking for a boat to hunt Roundtree. Oh, Funk, where are you going?
No, they're not hunting for boats. They're fishing for them. Come
on.
Oh,
that's true. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Maybe you should have your material prepped in front of you. That might help.
It's okay. I got enough flack for my music selection leading up when I found out boats were on the schedule.
Ooh,
so
what have you been listening to in preparation for boat time?
Sea shanties.
Very good.
It's kind of like my best bet.
Wow. We've got a multi-boat pileup coming in. Unfortunately, too many people at the dock trying to load out at the same time. Now, back forward and start. Okay, we're all right.
Oh, thank you, Sharky, for getting yourself high-centered on that boat as well. No, he gets over it.
That's Jeff Hutt driving the 90, and oh yeah, it's clobbering time coming through the intersection.
Oh, using your boat as a weapon. That's so smart.
Hey, if you can thrash the back end of that around and send the boat careening into a fellow sailor.
Boat on boat crime. It's often unreported.
Coast Guard not present tonight here at Evergreen Speedway.
No, we sent them home early.
Around goes the cop car and putting on some smoke for us as well. Boat still attached.
Yeah, Roundtree still got that boat attached behind him. So.
It was almost like it just drove right through the early morning fog.
Chunky still got a boat attached. Chunky boat.
Now Chunky doing all right. Who are we looking at
watch
there?
out, Roundtree. Watch out, Roundtree!
Oh, airtime and destroying that boat.
Wild thing.
And the fire.
Kevin Robinson just haymakered that boat. Now Chunky going to crush the one that James Whitney's pulling, but still has a semblance of a boat. It's enough of a boat.
It's boat adjacent.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, just ended up short.
There. Oh,
Here comes Yargis.
Yargis has Chunky in his sights.
Get it, Rick. Bang!
Oh! Delivering a huge one.
Oh, that was massive. Haven't seen a sea wreck like that since the Titanic.
Oh, man. That's been a long time. There definitely was room on that door. And, opening the door for Yargis to deliver more boat carnage. Oh, Yargis is officially...
He's lost his own, but boy.
Well, that just makes him more agile. Watch out, Sharky.
Oh, hunt for it. Get it. Make a destruction of that you haven't seen in like 84 years.
I like it. We're still going. Well, you know what? Right now, we're coming back to the intersection, and Roundtree sees Jeff Hutt.
Oh, Sharky.
He
Sharky.
loops it.
Got the boat protected, though, off the inside.
For now. Oh, it looks like Whitney still has a boat. But can anyone size up that boat? No. Well, Sharky's got to try again. Hutt's going to have to tiptoe through this next time. And just look at the carnage. Someone take a look at...
There's sea debris out everywhere, right?
Yeah.
The flotsam coming off.
Oh, Yargis is sizing up the boat, and is he going to try to pit maneuver it? No, not quite able to. Is he trying to jackknife it? That might be what he's going. Oh, watch out.
Now, I see, if I'm Yargis, I reset, I woe up and take a run at it, right?
Yeah, you got to really size up to it.
There.
Go,
You're
Yarg.
sideways. Come on, Yargis.
Go, Rick.
Bang.
Come on, he's making some. Oh, he's sizing up.
He's kind of
up. Tire. Now he's just dragging the uke
now he's
tire
got
with the boat.
It's uke tire racing now, too.
Oh, my goodness. Now we got a uke tire in the middle of the figure 8 course.
Yes, please.
Oh, watch out. Oh, he hit that car with stalled, Jeff. What were you doing?
We should put that uke tire in the middle of the figure 8 course more often.
Here we go. Roundtree setting up for it. Oh, no. Sharky just knows better than that.
Sharky's just trying to swim away.
Roundtree's going to use it. Oh,
he's smelling the predators in the water coming after
Roundtree's just, Jeff Hutt's circling around with all these people saying, paint me like one of your French boats.
Oh. In and through the corner they go. I'm expecting Bill Pullman to come out with that. Why? Why'd you throw it in the water? Well, that's where it goes. Around, Sharky's chilling. Sharky,
is he not
up?
Moving he's up on another boat. Checker flag, that's
it.
it.
All right.
So
the winner is going to be whoever we decide they're going to be. We're going to go from full boat mode to whose line is it anyways? The rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Absolutely. So
we'll let the fans have their say in it.
Yeah, that was great though. I love boat racing.
Oh, the boat racing it's boat survivor is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Racing, quote unquote. Boat survivor, I'm into it. You have been eliminated. Travis spoke.
The captain had spoken. So, well, we have no idea who won this one at the moment. We're going to let kind of people to figure it out, and we'll send them down to the Angel Wins Casino Resort Winner's Circle.
Psycho's the name, Psycho's the game. How much fun is boat racing, brother?
Well, if I could breathe, I could tell you, but it's the most amazing thing, and the only thing that's better than that is the fans here. So thank you for having us.
All right, Psycho, 3rd place tonight in our boat racing. All right, Wild Thing. Dude, I don't know what you were doing out there. It was like a Ron Jones Sr. built boat. It just kept going and going. You kept smashing. How much fun was that?
It was a blast. I really needed that, and I hope y'all had a great show and enjoyed it.
Who helps get you out here?
Who got me out here? Yeah. My brother, Caleb Robinson, Bachmeyer Auto Salvage. I mean, there's so many I can't even think of. It takes a lot to get this going.
Absolutely. 2nd place, the Wild Thing. Well, Rick, I would call that a Bill Muncie-like boat race. You started in the back, moved right to the front, won the dang thing. How much fun was that?
You can't have that much fun doing anything else, man. That was a ton of fun. We got T-boned a couple times out there, cars hitting cars, carnage everywhere. I want to thank all the guys that showed up today with these boats, these cars, put on a strong showing for this Bump to Pass. Let's do some more of this out here. Instead of 2 days a year, let's get some more of that out here. People love this. It's carnage. We tear things apart. We break shit. Let's do some more of it.
Who helps get you out here, brother? Rick Yargis, the 70X Station Wagon Master.
Station Wagon Master, I like it. Congrats, Rick. He did some carnage out there. That was fun.
Yeah, he gassed it up and crushed them.
Fun show. We're going to do it all again next week, Ben. The buses are coming back to run on the figure 8. Superstock figure 8s, Legends, Outlaw figure 8s, Mini Bump to Pass, the Big Car Bump to Pass, Northwest Bump to Pass, and train racing is coming. We're having fun with that. Next time you can see Evergreen Speedway live, and that is a bunch of fun. Late models, street stocks, Pro 4 trucks, Youth Hornets, and Legends. Should be a blast. Ben, thank you very much. Great show tonight. Great job to Griff and Derek and all the Seattle 11 production crew. My name is Caleb Hart. We'll see you next Sunday night here on Hometrack Heroes on Seattle 11 for more carnage. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for watching Evergreen Speedway's Hometrack Heroes on Seattle 11. Join us next week for more great racing from Evergreen Speedway.